Robbie the sloth lived deep within the forest of time, a mystical rainforest where the flow of time could change without warning. Sometimes, moments stretched endlessly, while at other times, they sped by in a blur. The forest, with its towering trees and vibrant ecosystem, was home to countless creatures, but Robbie was one of its most unique inhabitants. He was a typical sloth, slow-moving, peaceful, and content with a simple life. His favorite activity was basking on a high tree branch, letting the sun warm his fur while occasionally nibbling on leaves or taking long naps. Yet, beneath his seemingly tranquil demeanor, Robbie carried a quiet concern. He often wondered if his slow pace made him less valuable than the other animals. He watched enviously as monkeys swung effortlessly between branches, as ocelots darted across the forest floor with lightning speed, and as colorful birds soared gracefully through the sky. Robbie often sighed to himself, wishing he could move faster and accomplish more like his neighbors. One quiet morning, as he lay on his favorite branch, he noticed a golden bird descending from the sky. Its feathers shimmered like the first rays of dawn, and it radiated an air of warmth and wisdom. Robbie, curious, raised his head and asked, "Hello, little bird. Who are you, and where have you come from?" The bird chirped melodiously and replied, "I am the bird of time, guardian of the forest of time. I've sensed your unease and have come to help you understand the purpose of your unique rhythm." Robbie's eyes widened in surprise. "Can you really help me?" he asked, hope stirring in his heart. The bird nodded. "Yes, but first, you must journey to the Fountain of Time. It lies deep within the forest, and there you will find the answers you seek. Follow the path I will show you, and the fountain will reveal the truth." Though Robbie was known for his slow pace, a newfound determination sparked within him. Thanking the bird of time, he descended from his branch and began his journey. The path through the forest of time was far more challenging than Robbie had anticipated. The trees grew taller and denser, their canopies blocking much of the sunlight, casting the forest floor in a shadowy glow. Vines hung in tangled webs, and the calls of unfamiliar creatures echoed in the distance. As Robbie trudged along, many animals paused to watch him. A cheeky monkey swinging from a branch called out, "Robbie, where are you going in such a hurry? That's not like you." Robbie replied calmly, "I'm going to the Fountain of Time to discover the purpose of my slow pace." The monkey laughed. "With your speed, you might get there next year," it joked. But Robbie wasn't discouraged. He moved forward, slowly but steadily, his resolve unwavering. Along the way, he faced numerous challenges. At one point, a dense thicket of thorny vines blocked his path, and he had to carefully maneuver through them, inch by inch. Another time, a sudden gust of wind shook the trees, causing a heavy branch to fall dangerously close to him. Robbie paused, assessing each obstacle carefully before continuing. Though his progress was slow, he remained focused on his goal. One evening, as he approached a quiet lake surrounded by tall reeds, Robbie encountered an elderly turtle sipping water at the shore. The turtle, noticing Robbie's determined expression, asked in a deep, measured voice, "Young sloth, what drives you to travel so far from your home?" Robbie explained his mission to the turtle, sharing his doubts about his slowness and his hope that the Fountain of Time would provide clarity. The turtle nodded thoughtfully. "Patience, my friend. Slowness is not a weakness, but a strength. When you reach the fountain, you will see that your pace is a gift, not a burden." Encouraged by the turtle's words, Robbie continued his journey, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. After what felt like an eternity, Robbie finally emerged into a sunlit clearing. In the center of the clearing was a pool of water that shimmered with an ethereal blue light. This was the fountain of time, its surface so still and clear that it reflected the sky above perfectly. Robbie approached the fountain, gazing into its depths. As he stared, the water began to ripple, and a deep, resonant voice emerged from the pool. "Welcome, Robbie. Are you here to seek answers about your place in this world?" the voice asked. Robbie nodded. "Yes. I've always felt that my slowness makes me less useful than the other animals. I want to know if my pace has any purpose at all." The fountain chuckled softly, like the rustling of leaves in a gentle breeze. "Every creature has its own rhythm, Robbie. Yours is perfectly aligned with the needs of this forest." Confused, Robbie asked, "How can my slow pace help the forest? I don't see how it makes a difference." The fountain's surface shimmered, and an image appeared. Robbie saw a scene of chaos in the forest, animals rushing about, competing for resources, and colliding with one another. The once harmonious ecosystem was in disarray. Then the image shifted. Robbie appeared in the scene, lounging calmly on a tree branch. His serene presence seemed to influence the other animals, encouraging them to slow down. The chaos subsided, and the forest became peaceful and balanced once more. "Do you see, Robbie?" the fountain explained. "When everything moves too quickly, the balance of the forest is disrupted. Your pace serves as a reminder that life is not a race but a journey to be savored. Your presence brings harmony to the forest." Robbie felt a wave of understanding wash over him. He realized that his slow pace wasn't a flaw but a strength, a way to remind others of the importance of mindfulness and balance. With a newfound sense of purpose, Robbie thanked the Fountain of Time and began the journey back to his home. As Robbie made his way through the forest, he noticed things he had never truly appreciated before: the intricate patterns on the leaves, the delicate sounds of birdsong, and the soft rustling of the wind through the trees. When he reached his favorite tree and climbed to his usual branch, he found that his heart was lighter than ever. Robbie's journey and transformation didn't go unnoticed. The animals of the forest, inspired by his story, began to reevaluate their own lives. The monkeys took breaks from their constant swinging to savor the sweetness of ripe fruit. The ocelots paused their relentless pursuits to enjoy the warmth of the sun on their fur. Even the birds, always busy flitting from tree to tree, took moments to perch and sing, filling the forest with their melodies. Robbie's story spread far and wide, becoming a cherished legend in the forest of time. Whenever the animals felt overwhelmed by the pace of life, they would remember Robbie and his journey to the fountain. His story became a reminder that true happiness comes not from how quickly one moves but from how deeply one experiences each moment. From that day forward, Robbie lived with joy and contentment. He continued to bask on his favorite branch, letting the sun warm his back, but now he did so with a smile that radiated peace and wisdom. He knew that his presence made the forest a better, more harmonious place, and that knowledge brought him a profound sense of fulfillment. Do you still like today's story? If you like, please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the like icon. You can receive notifications and hear the latest stories as soon as possible. Good night, my baby.